Hello, I'm the Factual Gamer, and this is the very first Extra Edition episode. In this series of videos, I want to provide the information and facts concerning a single news item which caused enough agitation to merit a video of its own. As you the viewer probably knows, I have stated that I aim to deliver purely factual information untainted by my opinions or biases, or anyone else's. And so you can expect me to present you the facts concerning the issue, but the conclusions are up to you. In this video, I will present you the facts about the Memorial of Firedorn, a Pillars of Eternity in-game memorial which had to be altered after creating a bit of commotion and managed to anger a few people for opposing reasons. But let's start at the beginning. Pillars of Eternity is an RPG game created by Obsidian Entertainment and released just a short time ago, in March of this year, as a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale. The project was kickstarted and managed to get almost $4 million in pledges for the $1,100,000 originally asked. One of the rewards for backers who pledged at least $500 was the chance to create a custom stone memorial in-game with the name of the backer's character, who in this case is Firedorn Lightbringer. The memorial had a small text created by Firedorn himself that read, "Here lies Firedorn, a hero in bed. He once was alive, but now he's dead. The last woman he bedded turned out a man, and crying in shame off a cliff he ran." On March 29, Erica Victorious, a transgendered woman with the Twitter handle @IceQueenErica, who plays Pillars of Eternity herself, found the Memorial of Firedorn in the game and sent a message to the official Obsidian Twitter account claiming that the memorial was trans-misogynist and should not have been accepted. A few hours later on the same day, Ian Miles Chung, the editor-in-chief at the site GameRanks, who had seen IceQueenErica's original tweet, messaged Josh Sawyer, a game designer at Obsidian, asking him to take a look at it, to which he responded by saying he would talk about it with the producers of the game. It was around this time the story gained some traction when YouTuber Total Biscuit tweeted his opinion on the matter in support of the memorial, and responses to his tweet were already divisive. A few days later, on April 3, people noticed the memorial had been removed from the game as part of an update, without any comment from the developers. But later that day, Fergus Urquhart, the CEO of Obsidian, added an update to a message posted to the game's official forums by the lead producer, Brandon Adler, to address the latest patch changes. In his edited message, Urquhart specifically mentioned the memorial by saying, and I quote, "It's come to our attention that a piece of backer-created content has made it into Pillars of Eternity that was not vetted. Once it was brought to our attention, it followed the same vetting process as all of our other content. Prior to release, we worked with many of our backers to iterate on content they asked to be put into the game that didn't strike the right tone. In the case of this specific content, we checked with the backer who wrote it and asked them about changing it. We respect our backers greatly and felt it was our duty to include them in the process. They gave us new content which we have used to replace what is in the game. To be clear, we followed the process we would have followed had this content been vetted prior to the release of the product." The Memorial of Firedorn was then changed to a new version that read, "Here lies Firedorn, a bard, a poet. He was also a card, but most didn't know it. A poem he wrote in jest was misread. They asked for blood, so now he's just dead." Some people have since voiced their discontent with the new version as well, as they feel it mocks the entire situation. Later that day, IceQueenErica tweeted a victory message over the change of the memorial. On the same day, Firedorn himself commented on the situation in the game's official forums to defend Obsidian's actions and make it clear he was asked if he could change the memorial and not that he had been forced to. Firedorn stated, and I quote, "Actually, there was a choice. They asked me if I wanted to change in light of what happened. I chose to change it so that they can concentrate on the game instead of this PR nightmare. They weren't going to change it, they asked me if I wanted to. I can find another platform to write my controversial crap, and I will. They, on the other hand, did the right thing and allowed me to decide the fate of the epitaph. I chose to turn it into something that made fun of the bitch bastards that were complaining. They went above and beyond what I would have expected them to do." In the wake of these events, a lot more has been said for and against the changing of the Memorial of Firedorn, but I hope what I showed you was nothing but the facts, so you can form your own opinions on the matter. If you want to, please discuss the entire situation in the comments below. Just remember to keep it civilized. Thank you for watching the first Factual Gamer Extra. I'll be back on Friday with the latest gaming news of the week. And that's a fact.